Hi, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be eating and talking to you. Here I have some avocado. I don't know if you guys saw my short, but I did a small video short on cooking spinach soup. And the reason why I'm trying to eat very healthy is because of what I got diagnosed. I don't know if you guys remember, I was in the hospital not too long ago. I'm putting some lemon in my spinach soup. Ooh. I'm also putting some cotija. My plate looks like that. And my husband also cooked some chicken with hot sauce and tomato sauce, and it looks like that. I'm having orange juice with my meal, and this is my dinner. Gonna accompany my food with tortillas, our typical Mexican meal. And yeah, I promised you guys that I would be talking to you about my condition. So my condition that I got diagnosed with is called diverticulitis. And I've been having horrible episodes of them, or flare-ups, ending up in the hospital in the emergency room with pain in my stomach. My spinach soup is based with spinach, a little bit of oil, onions, tomatoes, garlic clove. Go take a look at my short. I barely made it a little while ago as I was cooking. Anyhow, what I want to tell you guys is to eat healthy. No matter what I eat from now on, it's not going to fix what's happening in my guts right now. It's a condition of your lower bowel. And the reason why I got so sick is because I never went to get a colonoscopy. Now, this video is not going to be for people that are young, or it might be good. That way you can learn to take care of yourself. Because I work in a high school, and the kids at the high school, and by the way, I know it's not Monday. This is what I'm wearing to relax. But the kids at the high school, they eat a lot of potato chips. They eat a lot of Takis. That's not good food. That's junk food. And you definitely don't want to be eating junk food. You want to be cooking wholesome foods at home. Because you know that what you're putting in your food. Also, when you cook, like right now, it was so wonderful because, well, when my husband was working active duty military, he would come home way too tired to be cooking. But now he works in a university, and he works with ROTC young people. And so, you know, he's been a police officer, a military police officer. He's been all kinds of different positions. But my husband now comes home at a very decent time, and we bought a rotisserie chicken, and he shredded it, and he just added his own flavorings with onions, sauteed some onions, some tomato sauce. And you guys, I just want to tell you to eat healthy. I want to tell you to do a colonoscopy if they're recommending in your mid-40s to do a colonoscopy, because before it was when you were 50, and now you have to do it sooner. They find out if you have colon cancer, any type of polyps that may develop into cancer, any type of hernia, any type of anything that has to do with your digestive system. They get to see what's going on in there with the colonoscopy, and I've never had one. So when I went to the hospital, I found out that that I have this diverticulitis. And so no matter what I do now to prevent my diverticulitis, I already have it. So the only thing that's going to cure me is a preventative operation where they cut part of my colon, they sew it up, and, you know, I recuperate. The surgeon said it would take like 2 weeks to recuperate. So hopefully, if everything will be well. They said my diverticulitis was not perforated. When I went to the emergency room, they put me in a CAT scan, and that's how they found out that I have diverticuli. But the real dangerous one is the diverticulitis. And so it was a horrible experience in the hospital, because by the time I got there, I mean, I had such a bad infection. It took 3 days. I mean, they had me hooked onto all kinds of medicine. I wasn't eating. I didn't eat for like 4 days. They were putting potassium in my veins since I wasn't eating. When you have these flare-ups, you have to go on a liquid diet. I've already lost, I'm thinking I lost around 6 to 7 pounds since I got diagnosed, and I've had a bunch of flare-ups. Normally, the doctor was saying that people don't get that many flare-ups as I did, and that's why he thinks that I should, you know, that I should get operated. I don't even eat that much anymore. I get full real fast. But I have to try. And you guys, he didn't give me any eating limitations. Only I am very careful now what I put in my body. Even though I have all the damage there already. I have to go back to eating my typical, you know, cultural food. And it really helps. It really helps to eat healthy, because you won't have an imbalance in your body. And I probably most likely will never eat like I used to eat. He literally told me though, like right now, before the operation, he said, you could get another infection. There's nothing you can do to prevent it, because it does have to do with your gut, and it does have to do with damage that's already been done. So all we can do is fix what's been damaged, and from there on, try to, you know, live a healthier life. I always thought that going to work and walking around campus, because our school is pretty big. Our school, there's like 3,000 students. And I always thought that walking around campus was enough, but it's not enough exercise. I mean, you have to exercise to where you're breaking a sweat. I've never been the kind of person that is crazy about exercising, because I also have another condition that's called fibromyalgia. And so that condition is extremely painful. And so you don't feel like, people say, oh, you know, fibromyalgia, you could just walk every day and you'll be fine. Or just exercise rigorously every day. But how hard is that when you're in pain? How easy is it to exercise when you're in freaking pain? It's very hard. It's hard because it's hard to get the motivation. When your mind is not okay, when you're tired up here, your body's going to be tired too. And it's going to be very hard to get the motivation to exercise when you have fibromyalgia. So the worst thing you could tell a person with fibromyalgia is to go exercise, because most likely they're going to be in pain. And no, that is not a good thing to say to someone with fibromyalgia. So far, I've eaten half of my soup that I served myself. I did end up putting potatoes at the end. But you want to see the spoonful? I don't know if you can see it. I made a mess. I got a hair in my mouth. There we go. So that's all I really wanted to talk to you about. And that's all I'm going to eat right there. I think I did pretty good. I'm definitely not going to eat all that. I'm going to try to finish this tortilla. And I'm not going to eat this tortilla. I'm already too full. So, yeah. Mm. This chicken is delicious. Kitty, I know you want some, but you can't have any. Can't have people food, Kitty. Mm-mm. Mm. I practically have to put my hair up to eat. So, I think that's going to be it for eating. Come here, Kitty. Come here, Kitty. Come here, Kitty. Come here. Come here, come here. This is Kitty. She's a little bit scruffy since she hasn't gotten a bath in a while. But her name is Kitty because she got raised among cats. And she had, when we first got her years ago, she had cat mannerisms. But look, isn't she cute? She's so cute, her Kitty. Cute. Oh, she does have a little bit of a bad breath. So anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you. I want to thank all my subscribers, the new subscribers, and the returning subscribers for coming to my channel. I also made a video that I have that I don't know when to put it out there, but I have a video that where I'm talking about the fibromyalgia. And I think information about fibromyalgia is very important because when I first got diagnosed, I didn't know much about it, and I've been learning as I go along, but I was diagnosed with that a very long time ago. And I barely now found out that they just barely classified fibromyalgia as a disability by the state of California. I don't know about other states, but I don't like to say that I am disabled. It does limit me when it comes to activities, but my family is very understanding. My husband's very understanding, and so are my daughters. So they're very used to it. I mean, my daughters grew up with me, complaining about my pain and stuff. But I think we need to tell people more about it. And I went outdoors to do that video so you guys can have something nice to look at. It's a very it's a video that I just didn't even think what I was going to say to you guys. Just talk to you a little bit about my condition. And I sat in a field of daisies because we've had so much rain in California. The daisies were everywhere in that hill. And it's beautiful, the scenery. So I think I might upload that video sometime this week. My last day of work is June 2nd, so I'm gonna have a lot of time. I also have a video coming up on perfumes that have rose notes, and I'm really enjoying doing that video because I already started doing some of the research. Some of the perfumes that you think are like freshies actually have a rose note in there. Most of the time though, I notice it's a middle note. It's not a top note or a base note. It's usually a middle note with the perfumes I have. And one of the perfumes, you guys, that has a rose note that's a freshie, excuse me, is the Dolce & Gabbana one. The light blue. Sorry. Every time I eat on my nose because the chicken was a little hot. So light blue has a note of rose, Turkish note, I think, Turkish rose, I think it is. And you guys, I want to ask you, have you guys ever had Fragrantica website, has they ever kicked you out? Because they kicked me out today. They said that I was quite excited, and I forgot what was the other word they used. It was like a prompt, and it said that I was ambitious or something like that. You're very excited about learning about perfume and very ambitious today, and we're gonna limit you. And I was like, what? That never happened to me before. But I was FaceTiming with my dad, and then I had my laptop, and once in a while I already know some of my dad's stories because he'll tell the same story over and over again. And I think I'm getting like that too with my daughters. But anyway, so I was chatting with my dad on FaceTime, and then on my laptop I was going off for Grantica at the same time and just kind of paying attention to the notes and stuff, and then Grantica kicked me out. I was like, what does this mean? Like, I'm in Fragrantica jail or something. I'm never going to be able to go on that website. And I know they want me to register, but every time I register, I forget my password. And so I know that they want me to register, so that's probably it. So probably next time I go on Fragrantica, I'm going to have to make up a new password and just register that I'm in there, because they don't want to see me as a guest anymore. They just want my info, I guess. I don't know. But let me know in the comments down below if that's happened to you before, where Fragrantica is kicking you out because you're too ambitious or too excited about perfumes. I don't know. I thought it was weird. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please come back and see me, because I'm not just going to talk about diseases here. I just really, I do like to teach people things so that maybe if something happens to them in their life. But diverticulitis is very common, but you can prevent it. Like a lot of the diseases nowadays, they're very preventative, because you change your lifestyle, and you change what diseases you're going to be getting when you get older. Go get your colonoscopy when your time comes. Hopefully your doctor will remind you. Also get your breast exams for cancer, which I need to do that. I need to schedule my mammography. I get it once a year because I have someone in my family that's had breast cancer. Do that, and then yeah, just keep up with your body. It's very important. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body is saying. Now, I was ignoring part of what my body was telling me because of the fibromyalgia. Because when you have fibromyalgia, you get pain everywhere, not just in the muscles. I had a nurse tell me, oh, yeah, but fibromyalgia, that's your muscles. You'll be all right. But you know what? No, fibromyalgia affects your whole body. It affects your sleep pattern. It affects your cognitive. In the mornings, you get this thing called fibro fog, where your mind is foggy, and after a while, everything comes back in your mind. But the medicines affect you. The medicines affect the way you think. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even have makeup on. Look at my cheeks, they're getting red. I don't know why this happens to me. My mom is very light complected, and more light complected than me. And my mom gets these, she gets this thing called rosacea, but I never thought that I think I have like different skin colors. I have different pigmentations, guys, to where my hands are darker. My face has like 3 or 4 different colors. But anyway, you guys, thank you. If you heard this video all the way to the end, please give me a purple heart. Yeah, because a purple bow is the fibromyalgia symbol. Okay, and you guys, Lady Gaga has fibromyalgia, and Prince, that passed away, the media said from, I don't know, I hope the media didn't say drugs, but something about an overdose and pills. Prince suffered from fibromyalgia, and it's not easy, because your life depends on a balance of your meds, and you trying not to become too dependent on your meds. So for myself, I like to use heating pads. I like to use topical lotions. I like to use remedios. In Spanish is remedios, in English is remedies. So the remedy that has been passed down in our culture, Mexican, is weed, the plant, the stem, the leaves, and if you want, you can put a flower in there. But when it's fresh, you put it in a bottle of rubbing alcohol, the kind that you do not drink because you can die. The rubbing alcohol they use for medicinal purposes. You put the plant in the bottle, and it will release. It's 200 something medical and chemicals that are good for people. Okay, anti-inflammatories is in there, and it releases all the medicine into the rubbing alcohol, and you use the rubbing alcohol for, you know, your joints, your muscles, whatever aches, instead of taking an ibuprofen, since they're so ibuprofen damages your colon. It damages it. It tears the lining from your colon. So it's supposed to be an anti-inflammatory, but not for your colon. So some medicines do cause you to have what I'm suffering from, and the reason why I need a surgery. So you guys just be aware. Try to use topical things. Try to use your, I'm going to say, if you're indigenous, your indigenous remedies. If you're not indigenous, I'm pretty sure your ancestors had type of remedies that they've used through the ages for different ailments. So try to do that. Don't take too many Tylenols. Don't take too many ibuprofens. Now, when I first got diagnosed, they gave me a big bottle of ibuprofens, and they told me you can take 3 a day. But my God, you know, now that I think about it, maybe that's what caused my diverticulitis now. So, and young people are getting sick from the things that older people are getting. So just be careful out there. And I hope I didn't bore you. Like I said, thank you so much for giving me a like and for subscribing. I want to thank my new and my old subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.